Today, our I can statement says, and read it with me, I can solve math word problems using different strategies. Why is it important to learn how to solve word problems? Well, suppose you went to the store and wanted to buy a video game and then eat a hamburger and french fries afterwards. You would have to see if you had enough money if you could do that. So we have to solve it using words. Let's see our problem today. Eli had 6 cookies. Rosalind gave him 7 more. How many cookies does Eli have now? Let's look at the ways that we need to solve our problem. The first step is, what do I know? Underline 1 time. Well, let's look at our story. We know that Eli had 6 cookies. And we know that Rosalind gave him 7 more. So we're going to underline that part 1 time. Our next step is, what do I need to find out? Underline 2 times. Well, let's look in our story. Usually that has a question mark because we need to ask ourselves, how many cookies does Eli have? Do I have enough money to buy the video game and a hamburger and french fries? It's usually a question. So let's see what our whole question is. How many cookies does Eli have now? And our directions say to underline that 2 times. So let's go ahead and do that on your paper. Underline it 2 times. Well, let's see our next step says. What do I need to do to solve? Add or subtract? Well, let's take a look at it. We want to know if Eli had 6 and Rosalind gave him 7 more, how many cookies does he have now? Sometimes we can find some words that can help us. Not always, but sometimes we can. In this case, the word more lets us know that we're going to have to do some addition. Now, the next step, step 4, says solve using different strategies. So let's see what kind of strategies we can use. Well, the first one we can do is to draw a picture. So let's look back into our story and see that Eli had 6 cookies. So let's draw those cookies. I'm just going to make circles. And it says that Rosalind gave him, let's see, I'm glad I underlined it. She gave him 7 more. So let's draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now, the word more usually tells us we're going to add. Let's find that word. There we go. Good thing I circled it. So we're going to add. So let's go ahead and add these numbers together and see how many we have. So we're going to combine them together. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Well, when we drew a picture, we knew we had 13. Okay? Now let's try this one. Let's try part whole. All right, let's go ahead and draw our box. Go ahead and do it with me. Okay, we know each one of these boxes here is a part of our answer. And this one is the total number of the whole number of cookies in this case that we have. So let's look back again. We have 6 cookies and 7 more. So our 2 parts are 6. So let's go ahead and draw 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And in our other part, let's draw 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oops, 7. Now again, let's add them all together. Well, I already know. I'm going to start with the biggest number. I already know I have 7 over here. So let's go 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So let's draw 13 cookies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Wow, we got the same number. So far, it looks like we're doing good. Let's see if we drew a number bond. We don't know how many, but we do know we had 6 and 7. And if I add those 2 numbers together, I'm going to go 7 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, the same number. That's kind of cool. So far, all of our strategies showed us the same number. Well, let's try it on our number line. We're going to start with 6, because that's how many Eli had. Now remember, on our number line, when we move this way, we are adding. When we move this way, we are subtracting. So which way do we need to move? We had 6. Rosalind gave him 7 more, and we've decided by our other strategies we have to add. So let's count up 7 more. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oops, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Wow, we ended at the same number. We moved this way because we were adding. So now let's look and write a number sentence. We started off with 6. We decided to add 7 equals 13. Well, I think our number for this word problem is 13. Eli had 13 cookies. Now our last step says to write a complete sentence telling your answer. So we would write, remember, uppercase letter at the beginning, Eli, and that's also Eli's name, had 13 cookies. And what do I need to put at the end? You're right, a period, because this is a telling sentence. Today, we read a word problem, and we solved it by using many different strategies to come up with the answer of how many cookies Eli has now.